Now at 6, we continue to follow breaking news out of Stratford this morning. You're taking a live look where crews are searching for a 6-year-old boy who fell into the Housatonic River almost 17 hours ago now. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza is on the scene getting more information. We'll go to her less than a few minutes from now.
A sad story, every parent's nightmare there.
Of course.
We'll get you more in just a moment, but good morning to you. Thanks for starting your day off with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Bridget Bjorlo. We are so close to the weekend, yet it feels so far still. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Matt Scott. Good morning, Matt.
I can see the weekend. I can taste the weekend.
We can taste
Still
it?
out of reach.
Just a little bit out of reach.
What does it taste like exactly?
I also thought maybe you could smell it, but you can't taste it, I feel like.
Tastes like happiness.
Ah, okay.
It's early. 6:01 Thursday morning. We're getting relief from the smoke. You know, you could kind of taste a little of that in the air. If not, you had the watery eyes, just the scratchiness in your throat. Not a good taste at all. Temperatures moving up, humidity staying down. Wait till you see where that's going today, and then we have a fantastic weekend ahead. Here's your air quality, and we finally have got that back into a range that we can all enjoy as we slowly eradicate all the smoke out of here. Still got a decent amount of clouds out there, and that's going to be the trend for today. There will be a decent amount of sunshine, though. Better sun than what we've seen, that filtered milky sun. No. We're going to get some sun. 65 in Hartford, 69 in New Haven. They're sleeping in Groton right now. I mentioned the dew points taking a hit. There you go. Like the idea of that. Temperatures getting to the low 80s with sun, decent amount of clouds. Temperatures still not quite where they need to be, but we're working on that. We'll get it there in time for the weekend, which we can just see. We'll talk about it all coming up. 6:02. Let's see the traffic right now. What you got, Erica?
All right. Well, nothing major, just a couple problem areas, but taking a quick look at your traffic flow, you're going to be seeing a little bit of an issue in New Haven. We'll talk about that in just a second, and also in Fairfield, of course. Hartford drive times, no issues at all, just 6 minutes from Glastonbury to the Founders Bridge. Popping over to Waterbury. Brass City looking really great, all in the green there. This is where we start to find some little issues. New Haven to Bridgeport, you're slowing down there, 47 miles per hour. It's going to set you back 28 minutes to your trip, and then also Fairfield County. Pretty good, actually, for 6 o'clock. We've got a little bit of a slowdown, Bridgeport to Fairfield, and then Darien to Westport, both on 95 there. So just a little bit of a slowdown. Trumbull to Westport, no problems at all. You're looking at just 12 minutes. And as we head outside, take a live look at I-84 in Hartford. Very, very nice. You're looking at smooth sailing for sure. Not even a lot of cars on the roads. Hopefully it's going to be a great day. If you're heading out, just stay safe.
Let's get back to that breaking news. A heartbreaking situation unfolding in Stratford. Crews are entering day 2 of the search for a 6-year-old boy. He fell into the Housatonic River yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, such a sad story. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza is live at the Bird's Eye Boat Ramp. That's where the search is starting to pick up this morning. Priscilla, what's the latest?
Well, the search has officially continued this morning, and it is still a very active scene out here. I'm not sure if you might be able to hear the helicopters currently flying over. If I step to the side here, you may be able to take a look at that. As you can see, they're currently searching the area. What we know about the situation is the 6-year-old boy was walking near the water here at the Bird's Eye Boat Ramp around 1:30 p.m. yesterday when he fell into the Housatonic River. A United Illuminated worker nearby saw what happened and jumped in to try to save him, but wasn't able to reach the boy in time. Since then, first responders have been working tirelessly using boats, jet skis, drones, a helicopter, and dive teams to comb the area. Now, this morning's search will pick back up shortly, or has already picked back up, but the crews have been just checking the areas of the river here, including downriver currents and surrounding marshland. Neighbors we spoke with tell us their heart goes out to this family during this difficult time.
Yeah, no, as a mom myself, that's devastating. I am so sad. Yeah, that's so sad. Terrible.
I was sitting with my brother, and I'm like, something's going on. I mean, there was so much fire engine. If the cop car, I thought it was down here. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
Now, at this point, officials are still calling this a search and rescue operation, but every hour that passes makes this more difficult for both the family and the crews involved. And we'll be staying out here throughout the day and be sure to keep you updated as we learn more information. Live in Stratford, Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
All right, Priscilla, thanks so much for the update. I hate reporting on those stories. So sad. Meantime, developing in Georgia, where an Army sergeant has been accused of shooting 5 soldiers. The shooting happened yesterday at Fort Stewart. That's about 45 minutes south of Savannah. Police say 28-year-old Sergeant Cornelius Radford was tackled as he started shooting. Authorities believe he used his personal handgun, not a military weapon. All of the soldiers who were shot are expected to survive. Galat Melamed from our sister station Atlanta went to Fort Stewart. She spoke with community members who've been impacted by the shooting.
I'm at a gas station about 2 miles from Fort Stewart, and just within minutes of being here, I met 2 people who work at daycare centers, and both of them went into lockdown yesterday, all while their coworkers were speaking to or trying to speak to their loved ones who were at the base. One of those women even tells me that about half her coworkers had relatives there, and then the other woman tells me that her spouse is in the same brigade as those soldiers who were shot.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, I'm so glad you weren't at work today, but thank God you had an appointment at the same time. But yeah, knowing that there were there were people we knew that were there, that's, yeah, definitely scary and not okay.
We have a lot of veterans that work at our establishment, and so it was quite impactful for them as well. They were like, oh my goodness, the soldiers were, I hope no one is killed. I was feeling the same way. My dad was a soldier, my brother was a soldier. It was just very close to home. I was so relieved to find out that they're going to be okay. Yeah, I know that they're probably going to be affected mentally about it, but I'm just really glad that they're okay.
Local leaders here echoing what the people we spoke to said about the significance of Fort Stewart. The mayor of Hinesville saying that Fort Stewart is more than a military installation. It is a vital part of Hinesville, saying the soldiers there are family, friends, and neighbors. In Hinesville, Galat Melamed, 11 Alive News.
6:07 right now, and concerns in the city of West Haven as police are cracking down on large groups of bike riders who say they hold up traffic and put other people in danger.
Neighbors have been complaining about this for some time, and this has led to a clash with police where several people were arrested recently. Fox 61's Tim and Leteau has interviews with both a bike rider and police.
This Oceanside neighborhood is a place West Haven police want people to be able to enjoy. But the department says an increasing number of young people have been riding their bikes recklessly through this often crowded area. Now, police say they've had enough. Sergeant Scott Allard explained the steps the department is taking to crack down on what the department calls reckless bike riders in the city of West Haven. But one of the riders in a weekend memorial ride, Giovanni Santos, who took this video, says he and his friends were following all the rules of the road before West Haven police took more than a dozen of them into custody. Police claim members of the group were seen breaking traffic laws, which all bike riders are subject to, and that was when officers stepped in to make arrests. Santos says the police made the situation even more dangerous, and one of his friends received gaping cuts and road rash after he says officers knocked him off his bike. Santos says he and his friends will ride in other towns that are more receptive to bikers, but he hopes that West Haven police are more understanding in the future.
We're just on one side of the road, doing our thing, having fun. Wasn't doing nothing reckless or dangerous to anybody else on the road.
We're not tolerating it. You're going to be arrested. Your bike will be seized, and we're just not going to tolerate it anymore because it's become such a nuisance.
Police advise bike riders to go to an empty parking lot or designated park to do tricks and stunts rather than in a busy public area. In West Haven, Tim Leteau, Fox 61.
Right now, police in Torrington put $2,500 on the table for any information that leads to an arrest in an arson case from last month. A fire broke out at a mixed-use building on Highland Avenue just after midnight, July 8th. At the time, police and fire investigators made no indication this could be arson, but now we know otherwise. Yesterday, they said the fire was likely intentionally set. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but they still want to know who did this, and so if you have any information, give Torrington Police a call. You could receive a check for doing so.
Animal rescuers in Hartford say a family of guinea pigs is lucky to be alive. A volunteer found them dumped in a tiny cage on a trail in the South End, including 2 newborns. They were just 1 day old. A local rescue took them in and is now caring for them. Anyone with information about who left them there is asked to please call Hartford Animal Control.
And breaking overnight, United Airlines says an issue that caused a ground stop of all of its flights has finally been resolved. It caused more than 1,000 flights, though, to be delayed. United says a, quote, technical issue with its flight information systems caused the outage. It's not clear what caused the issue to happen. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the department offered to help the airline clear up its flight backlog. And as of this morning, the United Airlines flight from Bradley International Airport to Washington Dulles at 6:10 this morning, that flight has been canceled.
And also breaking this morning at 6:10, higher taxes on imports into the United States are set to begin today. The president's tariffs will affect goods from more than 60 countries and includes the European Union, Japan, and South Korea. It's part of a strategy to reduce America's trade deficit and encourage foreign investment in the U.S. Some economists fear the more aggressive tariffs could lead to higher inflation and slower job growth.